Out in the vast expanse of the ocean, one of the most remarkable feats of naval engineering comes to life. The USS Nimitz, a super aircraft carrier that has become a symbol of American naval power for decades. To watch this enormous ship in action during flight operations is to witness an entire floating city at sea. A complex blend of advanced technology, military precision, and raw human effort. For many people, an aircraft carrier is simply a giant ship with airplanes on top. But the deeper you look into the Nimitz, the more you realize that it is a carefully orchestrated machine designed to project power, maintain control of the seas, and provide unmatched operational capabilities. At over 1,000 feet in length, longer than 3 football fields, and the USS Nimitz is not just a vessel. It is a moving runway, a mobile fortress, and a self-sustaining base all rolled into one. Its displacement is over 100,000 tons when fully loaded, making it one of the largest warships ever constructed. The scale alone is staggering, and when you see fighter jets lined up on the deck, personnel moving in color-coded uniforms, an aircraft catapulted into the air, you begin to grasp just how significant this ship is. It is powered by 2 nuclear reactors, allowing it to operate for over 20 years without needing to refuel, something no conventional ship could ever achieve. This nuclear propulsion means that the Nimitz has virtually unlimited range, capable of traveling anywhere in the world's ocean and remaining deployed for months on end without logistical constraints that traditional fuel-based ships face. One of the most striking aspects of the Nimitz during flight operations is the sheer choreography involved. The flight deck is a hive of activity where every movement is critical. Jets are moved into position, catapult crews prepare for launches, arresting wires are reset, and deck personnel work under immense pressure with precision. A mistake here could be catastrophic, and yet the entire operation runs like a well-oiled machine. Launching a jet from a carrier is no small feat. The Nimitz employs steam catapults that accelerate aircraft from 0 to over 150 miles per hour in just a couple of seconds, giving them the necessary lift to take off from such a short runway. On land, a jet would need thousands of feet of runway. Here, it gets only a few hundred. On recovery, aircraft hook onto one of 4 arresting wires stretched across the deck, coming to a full stop in less than 2 seconds, an incredible maneuver that demands immense pilot skill and engineering reliability. From a design perspective, the Nimitz is a marvel of modern engineering. Its angled flight deck allows for simultaneous takeoff and landing operations, meaning the carrier can constantly cycle aircraft without needing to pause one operation for the other. The superstructure, or island, positioned on the starboard side, houses the ship's command and control centers, radar systems, and navigation equipment. The radar and communication suites onboard allow the Nimitz to maintain full situational awareness, track aircraft, monitor threats, and integrate with allied forces. Every part of the design serves a purpose, from the elevators that rapidly move aircraft between the hangar bay and flight, deck to the extensive storage for fuel, weapons, and spare parts that ensure the carrier remains combat-ready at all times. The Nimitz can carry around 60 to 70 aircraft depending on the mission configuration, including fighter jets like the FA-A-18 Hornet or Super Hornet, electronic warfare aircraft such as the EA-18G Growler, early warning planes like the E-2 Hawkeye, and various helicopters. This air wing forms the striking power of the carrier, capable of conducting missions ranging from air superiority and strike operations to reconnaissance, electronic warfare, and anti-submarine warfare. With this mix of aircraft, the Nimitz can project force over vast distances, reaching targets hundreds of miles away while still remaining safely at sea. The flexibility of operations is one of the defining characteristics of aircraft carriers, and the Nimitz exemplifies this capability better than almost any other ship in history. Performance-wise, the Nimitz is designed not only for power, but also for endurance. Its nuclear propulsion allows it to maintain speeds of over 30 knots, a significant advantage for such a massive vessel, enabling it to reposition quickly in response to global events. Its size and endurance also make it highly resilient. Carriers travel with a strike group that includes destroyers, cruisers, and submarines, forming a protective shield around the carrier, but the Nimitz itself is built to withstand considerable damage. The ship's armor, compartmentalization, and redundant systems ensure survivability in hostile environments. When you consider the human element, the Nimitz is just as impressive. It carries a crew of over 5,000 personnel, a combination of sailors and air wing staff. This makes the carrier feel like a floating city at sea. There are sleeping quarters, dining facilities, medical areas, gyms, and even a small store on board. Keeping this many people functioning smoothly requires an extraordinary amount of logistics. Food alone is a monumental task, with thousands of meals prepared daily and the coordination of aircraft maintenance, deck operations, and ship operations demands constant communication and discipline. Each sailor and aviator has a role to play, and together they create the seamless machine that allows flight operations to continue safely and effectively around the clock. One of the unique selling points of the Nimitz-class carriers is their proven record. These ships have been in service since the 1970s, and their longevity speaks to their design, excellence, and adaptability. They have seen action in numerous conflicts, providing a base for airstrikes, humanitarian missions, and deterrence operations across the globe. The fact that a ship designed decades ago remains at the forefront of naval power today shows just how advanced and forward-thinking its design was. Regular upgrades to radar, communication, systems, and defense technologies have ensured that the Nimitz continues to be a relevant and formidable platform. In addition to combat capability, the Nimitz also plays a crucial role in diplomacy and deterrence. The mere presence of a Nimitz-class carrier in a region sends a powerful message. Because of its mobility, it can appear off the coast of any nation, providing a visible reminder of American military reach. This deterrent factor is a major reason why aircraft carriers are considered central to modern naval strategy. Unlike land bases, which are limited by geography and host nation agreements, carriers can operate freely in international waters, making them unmatched tools for power projection. The ship's design incorporates not just offensive capabilities, but also defensive systems. Close-in weapon systems, missile defenses, and advanced radar ensure that the carrier has multiple layers of protection against incoming threats. Additionally, its ability to integrate with other naval and air assets enhances its survivability and effectiveness in high-threat environments. The balance between offense and defense is one of the reasons why the Nimitz remains a core asset of the U.S. Navy. Life on the flight deck during operations is one of the most dangerous and intense environments in the military. With aircraft taking off and landing constantly, jet engines roaring, and equipment moving across the deck, every second demands total focus. The colored jerseys worn by deck crew members serve as a critical visual system. Yellow shirts for aircraft directors, green for catapults, and arresting gear crews, purple for fueling, and so on. This color-coded system allows for quick recognition and coordination even in the chaos of flight operations. It is an environment where teamwork is non-negotiable and where even small tasks contribute to the success of the mission. From a layman's perspective, watching an F/A-18 blast off the deck with afterburners roaring, or seeing an aircraft catch an arresting wire and slam to a stop is simply but behind every launch and recovery is a vast infrastructure of planning, engineering, and manpower. Maintenance crews work tirelessly to keep jets operational. Ordnance crews prepare munitions, and deck crews ensure safety. It is not just about flying airplanes. It is about sustaining continuous operations in some of the harshest conditions on Earth, where the sea itself adds unpredictability to every task. Another key feature of the Nimitz is its ability to adapt its role depending on the mission. While combat operations are the most visible, the carrier is equally capable of supporting humanitarian relief, disaster response, and evacuation missions. Its medical facilities can handle emergencies, and its helicopters and aircraft can deliver supplies to affected areas. This versatility ensures that the Nimitz is not just a weapon of war, but also a tool of assistance when required, underscoring the dual nature of naval power projection. Over the years, advances in aircraft technology have been matched by upgrades to the carrier itself. The integration of digital systems, improved radar, and enhanced defensive measures has kept the Nimitz-class carriers on par with modern threats as naval warfare evolves. Carriers remain central because they provide a level of flexibility and sustained air operations that no other platform can replicate. While some debate the vulnerability of carriers in the face of advanced missile systems, the combination of strike group defenses, electronic warfare capabilities, and the carrier's own resilience continues to make them highly effective and survivable assets. From a performance standpoint, the Nimitz is unmatched in terms of sustained sortie generation. This means it can launch and recover aircraft continuously over extended periods, something few other navies can achieve. In modern conflicts, where air superiority is crucial, this capability makes the Nimitz indispensable. It can bring the full weight of air power to bear on any theater without needing nearby bases, making it a centerpiece of global military strategy. Walking through the interior of the carrier, one sees endless passageways, compartments, and workspaces, all designed to maximize efficiency and safety. The hangar deck is immense, capable of storing and maintaining dozens of aircraft at once. The elevators that raise aircraft to the flight deck are among the largest and strongest in the world, able to move planes weighing tens of thousands of pounds in seconds. Every detail, from the firefighting systems to the ventilation, has been engineered to keep the ship operational, even under the most demanding conditions. In terms of innovation, the Nimitz was the foundation upon which future carriers were designed. Its successors, such as the Gerald R. Ford class, build on the lessons learned from decades of Nimitz operations. Yet despite newer designs, the Nimitz remains highly capable and relevant. The longevity of this class demonstrates the foresight of its designers, who created a platform adaptable enough to remain effective across generations of warfare. For those unfamiliar with naval operations, perhaps the most remarkable takeaway is that the USS Nimitz is not just a ship. Not just a runway at sea, but a complete ecosystem capable of waging war, providing aid, and maintaining presence across the globe. It embodies the concept of mobility, endurance, and versatility in a way no other platform can. Every bolt, every system, every crew member contributes to its mission. And when you see flight operations unfold, you are seeing decades of engineering, training, and experience come together in perfect synchronization. The USS Nimitz conducting flight operations at sea is not just a demonstration of military power, but a showcase of human ingenuity and cooperation on a massive scale. It is where technology meets discipline, where raw power meets precision, and where the sea itself becomes a stage for one of the most complex operations humanity has ever mastered.